Oh my God, this part of the call just, I had to play it.
Many reasons.
Name one.
Oh, by the way, Lorne is asking, why can't you give your information to my parole officers? Many reasons.
That you haven't already told me.
I'm not on probation.
Boom.
That's the one you already told me.
Because I don't have to.
We aren't together.
We aren't together. That's one time.
You see, Stacy and Sean said something to me that made sense to me.
Uh-huh.
It made a lot of sense to me.
Must have been hard.
If you were serious about me, about us,
Wait, did she say it again?
it made a lot of sense to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you were serious about me, about us,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't have any problem giving her the information that she needs.
We aren't together. Second time.
If you were serious about us,
If you were serious
you
about
wouldn't
us,
have any problem giving her the information that she needs.
we aren't together.
So I think I can get off the phone now. I could do some thinking.
That is nuts. Like, did you see that? Did you hear that, I suppose? The robot said we aren't together. And he just keeps going with that thought. If you're serious about us, we aren't together. If you're serious about us, it's like, we aren't together. Finally, I think I just have to get off the phone. Like, you can't ignore what she said 3 times. You know? The third time was the charm, I guess. But there have been times where the robot says something a lot more than 3 times and he still ignores it. There's this funny thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently. It's this, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but when you're in a relationship, it doesn't have to be like a romantic relationship. Just, it can be an acquaintance, it can be a friendship, whatever. But I've noticed that half of the relationship, whatever that may be, is happening in your head. Because you don't know how this other person feels about you, but just, yeah, in other words, that's what's happening here. He, in his mind, they're together, and he's rejecting the idea that they're not together. Just, the robot will say it, and Lorne will just reject it automatically without even thinking about it, without considering, just rejecting it. It took 3 times for him to hear it. It's crazy, right? How you can be that deep in your own head, have your head that deep up your own ass that you can't realize what is happening to you. Because I'm aware of this sort of thing now in my sort of personal relationships, how you just have to be present and you have to be paying attention to the way this other person feels if you want to gauge how they feel about you or how they feel about the situation. Like, for example, you're having a conversation and it seems like a great conversation, but then you realize that actually, no, you've been talking this whole time. You just think it's a great conversation because it's something you're interested in. That's one of the first tricks on, I can't remember if it's a book or what, but just like a friend told me, like how to make friends, or maybe it was my dad told me or something. If you just ask questions and let the person talk about themselves, then they will like you because you are seemingly interested in their, you know what I mean? Like, you're changing their perception of you. And that's the whole dynamic to them. That's the whole relationship there is in that person's head, because it's not real, right? That's kind of what's been haunting me lately, is how much, when is this going to happen to me? We aren't together. You know what I mean? Like, when are you in for a rude awakening? You think, because everyone's polite, right? Everyone's gonna try to humor you, you know? At least nice people will. So you never know if they're like really into you or not, if they really like you or not. But oh, but then we got Lorne over here, you know? At least I'm not Lorne. None of us are Lorne. We're not at that level, you know? My head is only slightly up my ass. It's not that far, you know? Like his is his is what? It's hitting the jejunum, I'd say, you know? That's my that's how I gauge it anyway. All right, till next time.